Hello, it's Phillip Taylor from Richmond Green Chambers. I'm talking about another book concerning barristers and how you become a barrister. It's this book, The Path to Pupillage, a guide for the aspiring barrister. It's a very good book, in my view. It's been published by what is now known as Thomson as part of Sweet Maxwell. And the book itself has been written by two people, Georgina, Wolfe and Robson. Now, I've actually reviewed this book in a number of magazines and also on the internet, and I've given it the title, A Great Pocket-Book Testimonial for Trainee Barristers, because it's a great little book, most informative, and I'd very much like to have had something like this when I started reading for the bar, and when I did my pupillage, which was a rather different type of experience from what people do today. The training I had was much more in line, in fact, with the observations and experiences made by Lord Phillips in his excellent foreword to this book. It's basically the modern networker's pocketbook, and it's justifiably heavy on the sort of detail you want. It's got a great glossary and some splendid sections on funding, which actually is probably the most important aspect at the moment of what one does. And obviously it talks also about resources which are directly relevant to a modern trainee barrister. And as I say, I think it's the best book of its kind around. It has an impressive list of contributors giving sage pieces of advice throughout, and I particularly liked some of the comments on the ridiculous weight which is currently being placed on these dreadful MCTs that the trainees have to do. A lot of dispute about them. Obviously to many people it's one of the hardest parts of the course, but of course it's nice and easy because a computer marks it and it's cost effective. The trouble is it doesn't actually deal with the arguments that you put up when you're advocating a cause. My only constructive observation about the book is that perhaps in a future edition there might be some more stress and emphasis placed on continuous personal professional development, mainly because it's the current in thing. It is important, we all do it, whether we have a tag attached to it or not. I'm sure any reader will find the opinions in the guide of excellent value for any job seeker. And obviously everybody will know you're going to only be as good as how up to date you are with legal reform and the common law reasoning system. And obviously CPD helps, but it's not the be-all and the end-all, which some people seem to think it should be. Most of the information in the book, which Georgina and Alexander have written, is common sense in my view. Obviously the student has got to hurdle various fences within the legal training, and I actually would urge all those who wish to undertake this task to be realistic about the practice areas they wish to pursue, because they're all actually very well covered here. But remember, if you want to be a barrister, you're going to really do anything you can. I certainly didn't have much choice. I knew it was going to be common law, and that's what I ended up doing. It's been my experience that whatever your career plan, on your individual postage stamp, if you like, fate will have its surprises in store, and this testimonial guide is the best help. And I wish, as I say, I'd had it all those years ago. I would ask Georgina and Alexander to keep this thoroughly revised, because obviously things are changing, and do comment a bit more on CPD. Anyway, it's a great guide, and thank you very much for producing it. Bye bye.